Hello, it's me, Recky, together with
Carol.
and welcome back because we're going to continue classic foods from the 70s and we just did the 60s.
Yes, and it was so fun.
Yeah, but when I think of 70s, it's like a filled pepper with minced meat.
Bell peppers.
Yeah, bell peppers.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That was a thing here in Sweden too. Stuffed peppers.
Yeah, it was huge here.
And shrimp cocktail.
Shrimp cocktail.
Fondue.
Fondue was
still popular.
I think it was really popular.
And for us here in Sweden, we have a dish called Flygande Jakob, Flying Jacob.
Flying Jacob.
We have done it on the channel, so you can look it up. But that was a thing then too.
It was. But this is classic American, I think.
Yeah.
And we're super excited. Which one is still alive after the 60s? We're going to find out. If you do enjoy the content you're currently watching, don't forget to hit the like. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit subscribe. That is something that we greatly appreciate. Thank you.
Thank you.
If you want to check it out by yourself, the link for the channel called Ready for History, the link for the channel and for the video we're about to watch will be located right down there in the description. Go there and give them the support that they so much deserve. Let's do this. I'm super excited.
Yeah, me too.
Classic food.
Yeah.
I think it's all in the beginning.
The 1970s was a time of change in many ways. It was an era of political turmoil, difficult economic times, and major changes in cars and foods. Packaged snacks became an even more popular item than ever in the 1970s. Almost every American household was interested in them, and there was a huge variety to choose from. Some items were crazy, but some were actually quite good. Many of them have changed since or have disappeared altogether. Here is a closer look at the classic foods from the 1970s that we all got to enjoy. Brands in the 70s were pretty creative and they tried really hard to get your attention. The banana flip is a good example of that. They were made by a few snack cake brands like Nichols and Mickey's. This was essentially a yellow banana cake that was folded in a half moon and stuffed with cream filling. It really looked like a cake taco. You may have had a favorite snack in the 70s, and there's a good
Okay.
But these are still available, right?
Yeah, but why is he calling it classic foods? It's just not foods. It's just food in bags.
Yeah, but maybe it's coming more.
But Chips Ahoy is still there. You can still buy Chips Ahoy in Sweden.
Really?
Yeah, but it's chocolate chip.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is Nabisco, and they're probably doing this.
Yeah.
chance that it might have been made by Nabisco. Were you a fan of cheese tidbits? These delicious snacks were in a stick form, making them a bit different from the competition. They were sold for quite a while, but they can't be found anywhere now. I guess we'll just have to stick with Goldfish and Cheez-Its.
yeah, that's right.
If you were worried about consuming calories when you snacked, then perhaps you tried these. At only 44 calories per stick, they were really as light as gravity in space. They were made by Pillsbury and trademarked in 1970.
Yeah.
This space snack was supposed to
This was in the 60s
Yeah,
video
exactly.
too. So this one is actually one when it actually went away completely, or we're talking maybe it disappeared in the 80s maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
be a nutritionally balanced stick of protein, fat, and carbohydrates. They came in 6 flavors such as chocolate, peanut butter, and caramel. They disappeared from the shelves in the 1980s.
Yeah.
Looking at the box design today, it reminds me of something you would see on a box of dog snacks.
Yeah.
It actually does.
Yeah.
Funny.
In the 70s, there was a serious war going on between cereals. Baron von Redberry was a cereal created by General Mills around 1972 that featured a World War I era German pilot. It was presumably modeled after the real Red Baron, Manfred von Richthofen. The cereal itself consisted of berry-flavored oat cereal with sweet berry marshmallows, and it tasted strongly of fruit punch. Baron von Redberry was the nemesis of Sir Grapefellow, which was the mascot of another General Mills cereal brand. In their rivalry over which one was better, Redberry would proclaim, "Baron von Redberry is der berry goodest," and Grapefellow would counter with, "Sir Grapefellow is the grapest." Another interesting cereal from the 70s is Crazy Cow. It was first introduced by General Mills in 1976 and came in chocolate or strawberry. They basically took the Kix cereal balls and covered them in chocolate or strawberry powder.
Oh,
So
wow.
you would have this delicious milk to drink afterwards.
Oh,
Like
Oy,
any other
that's nice.
Crazy cow. We have the Cocoa Puffs.
Cocoa Pops, yeah?
Yeah. But I think they were like in the 90s when the Cocoa Puffs came.
Yeah, I think so.
Late 80s,
I think
maybe.
so. We were very
cereal of the
late.
time,
Yeah.
they included different enticements to try to make kids beg their moms for this cereal box. One promotional item was the Star Wars trading cards. These were highly collectible because they offered different cards than what was sold in the packs.
Oh.
Aspen was a clear apple-flavored soda that was sold across the United States by the Pepsi Company. It was first introduced in 1978 but went off the market in 1982. In
Aspen.
1984, PepsiCo came out with a replacement apple soda under its Slice line. Long before we had Google, there were Googles. These were made by Dolly Madison in the 70s, and they were a type of snack cake. They also made Cuckoos and Razzies. Part of their brilliant marketing plan included having peanut characters on their packaging, as if a kid needed any more help enticing him to have a snack or two of sweets. Cuckoos were essentially ding-dongs, and Razzies were a yellow cake version of Cuckoos. Googles are a little bit more difficult to describe. I never had one nor saw one in the store. I did try to Google Googles, but I didn't see too much on them. Nearest I could tell, they were yellow cakes with white frosting and possibly cinnamon on top.
Wow.
If you ever had one, let us know in the comments what you thought about them. They
But
almost seem like the elusive.
The picture, these
look like-
ones,
yeah.
they look like we got some in a package
Well,
from.
you so yo-yo, sort of whatever you call it.
I can't remember now, but
But
it looks.
the one on the left looks absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
There is probably like cocoa on it and coconut flakes on it, and I had my days. I need to eat something.
Bigfoot or the Loch Ness Monster. Another product with a crazy name was Kugel. This was
Oi.
a flavored peanut spread marketed by Kraft and released in 1971. It was available in several flavors like chocolate, vanilla, banana, and cinnamon.
What?
Product
How? Have you
Oh.
tried this?
I want to try the Kugel with chocolate.
You with your
Oh,
chocolate.
that would be amazing to try. Wow.
I mean, you guys had it so fun with the foods and snacks and
Yeah,
stuff like
we-
that. We
yeah.
didn't have anything like
oh,
this.
Dana, no, holy,
No.
no, we were really boring.
Yeah.
But I can't really remember because we weren't alive during the 70s. I mean, I'm 79, you're 78.
Mm.
But the 80s were really boring with that type of stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, it wasn't
And the
wasn't
tradition,
anything.
but the tradition in Sweden is that I never got any candy, any snacks on any other day than Saturdays.
It was Saturdays.
It was that was the only day my mom and dad allowed us, and that is still basically today for most kids.
Yeah.
But no, we were young. There was absolutely no sugar.
No.
Monday to Friday, and not Sunday. There was only Saturday, and
Yeah.
it just that's life.
Yeah, that's what we. So when we moved out of home,
Chaos.
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 It was. I mean, you when you
Yeah.
could buy whatever you wanted, whenever you wanted. It was chaos.
Yeah, it was. That was completely insane.
Yeah.
But that was the. I remember like Saturday when it is getting close to like early evening, and mom and dad they started to
Yeah.
make some noise in the kitchen, and they one bowl with chips,
Mm.
like super light salted potato chips,
Yeah.
in one bowl, and there was a big bowl with candy on the other one.
Well,
But you couldn't dig deep because Dad didn't like when you dig deep. You take a couple of ones, you sit down and eat those, and that's the way it is.
I grew up with 3 older sisters, and we were notorious of how much we each would get. So we stood with my mom, and she just one. We were, if one get one more, it was
No, that
for
was-
her.
That was not like that was nothing.
Yeah, it was-
my brother moved out pretty darn early. I think he was like 16 when he moved out, and so
Yeah.
that was not an issue at my home.
We got some small chips bowls, like 5 each. Never mind.
Product was meant to be placed on sandwiches, crackers, or anything else that you would put peanut butter on. The best part about it is that it wouldn't make your mouth stick together. Pizza spins may be a product you remember in the early 70s.
Ooh.
Not around too long. They launched in 1968 and were pulled in 1975, but their legend lives on.
This is a Carol snack.
It is. It is.
So what it is, Pizza Spins is the new snack that has the flavor of real pizza. You can almost taste the cheese, the tomato, the pepper, and the other spices. All the true delicious pizza flavor in a munchy, crunchy, mouth-sized snack. You can enjoy them anytime, anywhere.
Yeah, I saw that they had different kinds, but that's Bugles I saw, and they are still here, right? Bugles, onions. Oh my goodness!
Bugles, Pizza Spins, and potato chips.
Crisps.
Crisp.
Yeah.
1968 and were pulled in 1975, but their legend lives on. The crispy pinwheel-shaped snack took the flavors of pizza and put it into a chip form. What's better than a chip flavored with cheese, tomatoes, and other spices? It's interesting to see the box, though. The pizza has no cheese on it. Can it really be called a pizza with no cheese?
No.
Remember Toastettes? Long before Pop-Tarts took over the world, there was actually a variety of toaster treats to choose from. Toastettes originally came out in 1967 from Nabisco, but were readily available in the 70s.
Ooh.
Wow.
Some people preferred them over Pop-Tarts.
Oh.
They had a thin crust, warm center, and a light sprinkle of sugar on top. They were a great way to get your morning started. These left the market in 2002. Donka toaster pastries came out in the late 60s, but remained somewhat popular throughout the 70s. They had stiff competition with other toaster breakfast items, but they were supposed to be better. They seemed to be marketed towards the middle-aged person who wanted more of an actual Danish pastry with buttery, flaky pie crust. These are certainly one snack that you can't see anymore.
Isn't Danka a really weird name?
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
Danka.
Yeah.
In 1976, Danish rings hit the market, and they were actually a replacement for the Danish go-rounds, which broke too easily.
Oh.
These new and improved Danish rings were made by Kellogg's. They were a bit like Pop-Tarts, but were flakier and oval-shaped. Even though they sounded great, they never really caught on, and they were discontinued in 1980.
Okay.
Remember the Reggie bar? In 1976, while playing in Baltimore, Jackson had said, "If I played in New York, they'd name a candy bar after me." Fast forward to the Yankees' home opener of the 1978 season on April 13th, and that's exactly what happened. The Standard Brands Company responded with a circular bar of peanuts dipped in caramel and covered in chocolate. It was a confection which was originally named the Wayne Bun, and it was made in Fort Wayne, Indiana. The Reggie bars were handed out to fans as they walked into Yankee Stadium. Jackson hit a home run, and when he returned to the right field the next inning, fans began throwing Reggie bars onto the field in celebration. The bar did not stay in play very long. Its career ended in 1981. Fruit Brute cereal was made by General Mills and was introduced in 1974. The cereal was described on the box as a fruit-flavored frosted cereal and marshmallow bits. The mascot for the cereal was a werewolf, also named Fruit Brute. The cereal is long gone, but apparently Quentin Tarantino must have been a fan. It made cameo appearances in 1992's Reservoir Dogs and also the 1994 film Pulp Fiction.
Wow.
Whoa.
You know, the problem with candy bars is that they just don't last long. This is something that the Mars Candy Company wanted to help out on. They introduced the Marathon Bar in 1973, and it was 8 full inches of braided caramel covered in milk chocolate. The commercials had a cowboy guy proclaiming it was a candy bar that you can't eat quickly. The bright red packaging actually featured a ruler on it so you would know exactly how long it was. The bar was discontinued in 1981. Did you love tuna as a kid? Or maybe your mom was just trying to always serve it to you? Maybe you just wanted to try something different with your tuna. How about tuna twist. This rocked the world in the 1970s. The seasoning combined a blend of veggies, herbs, and spices. It came in 3 flavors: onion, cheddar, and Italian.
Uh-huh.
All you had to do was add your can of tuna, mayonnaise, and a pack of tuna twist. The product was marketed as a meal extender, and it could turn 4 sandwiches into 6.
Wow.
The commercials at the time were pretty catchy too. I'm Sir Celery. I'm Miss Parsley. We're the Onion Twins. A tuna taste, fresh as a garden. There was one small problem with tuna twist, which turned into a big problem. It contained a textured vegetable protein that made people sick, and the product was removed from the shelves.
Oh.
How about some Muggle lunch? It was exactly how it sounds. Add the ingredients to a mug, then just add boiling water and wait 4 minutes. This meal was introduced in 1976 by Betty Crocker, so it had to be good, right?
Yeah.
It came in a few different varieties like macaroni and cheese, spaghetti, and beef noodles with gravy. Nowadays, the modern microwave versions make this seem less amazing. Remember concentrate cereal? This wasn't new in the 70s, and it was made by Kellogg's and was released in 1959, but it still sold until the late 1970s when it was removed from the shelves. If you were a kid, then you probably stayed away from it as it looked like some type of goldfish food, but your parents might have eaten it. It was promoted as the greatest concentration of nutrients ever offered in a single all-purpose food.
Wow.
Okay.
He said it looked like fish food.
Yeah.
That was so funny. I had a fish once, and in the day there was like small flakes.
Yeah.
Hilarious. I love that.
Yeah.
If you were having a dinner party in the 70s, all you really needed as a snack was some crackers and Nabisco's Snack Mate cheese. It was introduced in 1966, but it remained really popular throughout the 70s. Everyone always felt like a professional confectionery trying to spray the cheese, and if you were really daring, you could just go straight for your mouth. The product can still be found, but they have changed the name to Easy Cheese. Huge shopping malls were all over the place in the 70s. They were the perfect place to get all your shopping done and also grab a little bite to eat. If you were having a party, then maybe you stopped by the Hickory Farm store for some delicious snacks. Not only could you get cheese, crackers, and a sausage roll, but you could also get one of their chocolate bars. Nowadays, malls seem to be disappearing, and so are the Hickory Farm stores. But at least some of the snacks can still be found. Packaging in the 70s was completely different.
There you have
It
it.
came wrapped in foil. Con swirls had a foil bottom, and chocolate pudding came in a tin can. Something about that just seemed to make it taste better. And how about Swanson's TV dinners? They weren't new, and they have their roots back in the 40s and the 50s, but they came on aluminum trays too. With more dual-income households, Mom had less time to cook. Pop these things in the oven, and 45 minutes later, you had a good meal. The crazy thing is, we never really thought about having to wait that long to eat. Kids nowadays really just don't understand the struggle we had to go through. And if your peas got in your cherry dessert, it was like a free game of operation trying to get that out. Heaven forbid your green beans got mixed in and baked with your brownie. I hope you enjoyed this little look at some of the long-lost snacks of the 1970s. They were simpler times, but we had a lot of options.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.
I loved it. I absolutely love this.
Yeah, it
This
was
is-
much different than I thought it was food we were
Yes.
going to see, but
But the thing is, I love this because you guys send us a lot of stuff, of course, and the stuff you send is like packages. So this was actually pretty funny to see what happened. If we were on YouTube during the 70s, this is probably the stuff that you would send to us.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so I
And
just
some
wanted
of
to
the
get that out.
things actually, like the cheese tube thingy.
Yeah,
Yeah, that we have actually tried.
we did.
I love this. I'm watching the Mad Men TV show series, and they are working on commercial. Not just these, but it's fun to see the commercial pictures, how they
They did
try to
exactly.
sell it, and I love this. I think it's really fun.
Yeah, and this, like I said, I think it's really cool that if we did YouTube during the 70s, this is what you would send to us. There's just a nice feeling to it. Like now in the like 2000s, 2026, by the way.
Yeah.
And so much have changed, but not really. The product maybe look a bit nicer. The commercial are a bit more complicated, funnier, or whatever. But I really liked it.
Yeah.
It was one of those videos that made me smile because I do believe it was better than
Back in the days. Yeah,
back in the days.
I think so too.
Again, if you want to check it out by yourself without me and Carol, the link for the channel called Ready for History and the video we just watched, both links will be available in the description. We suggest you go there and give them the support that they so much deserve. If you did enjoy this, hit the like and subscribe. Thank you. A big thank you to everyone who supports us on Patreon and, of course, on channel membership on YouTube, the Cat Butt Fee membership. No matter what tier, you guys are completely amazing, and we really appreciate you. Same goes to the PayPalers, the GoFundMeers, the Super Thankers, and the Hypers, which is a thing. The first 8 days when our video gets released, you can just hit hype, and that will, get our video to be more visible to the YouTubers or viewers out there. The best community ever is you guys in our community section. Keep being nice, comment section. Keep being nice to each other and to us. Is exactly what the world needs today. Other than that, thank you so much for watching. I'm Recky.
And I'm Carol.
You
Stay safe.